Yep.
A little bit of time, but at the end I'm online. So yes, Steve has introduced me. Many thanks for the smart introduction. I will do a company presentation about Pintsch Bubenzer, and later on my colleague Arno Weil will do a more detailed presentation about a certain technology which we have within our company, which is quite interesting. Before I start, I would like to thank Transport Events for organizing this webinar, and also my thanks goes out to MMC Port Holdings, Malaysia, Sabah Port Malaysia, Asian Terminals in the Philippines, Philippine Port Authorities in the Philippines, and also the WSP. Many thanks for participating in this webinar. So, our slogan for this presentation is Tomorrow's Future, Leading Technology for Industrial Braking Systems. Pintsch Bubenzer is belonging to the Dyno Group. Just to give you a little bit feedback about our company, we have been founded in 1958 by Mr. Gerhard Bubenzer. First, our company was called Bubenzer Bremsen, which has a brand name around the world. And through the years, we have been purchased by the company at the end by Dyno Group in this case, and they started up the Dyno Bubenzer Group. The Dyno Bubenzer Group has, let's say, two legs. One is the Dyno Brakes. They have several companies, but they are mainly more into the windmill business and also the Navy business. And then we have the Pintsch Bubenzer Group, which is with Rima and which also has Pintsch Bubenzer. And there we are focusing ourselves more on ports, the mining, steel business, and also the offshore in this case as market areas. If you see over here, you have a little bit of a feeling from which companies are belonging to the Pintsch Bubenzer Group. So we have Pintsch Bubenzer USA, Pintsch Bubenzer China, Pintsch Bubenzer Middle East, Rima, Dyno parts in Brazil, of Dyno Bubenzer in Brazil, Pintsch Bubenzer Myport, Pintsch Bubenzer Singapore, Dyno Bubenzer parts in Poland, and Pintsch Bubenzer Benelux. First, I would like to show you our factory in Germany. Here we have the administration and the production building, which you see from one point. Here you see it from another angle, where you see first let's say the offices and sales building at the front. And we have also in a little bit different kind of location called Dausberg, we have our research and development center, where we are very proud on, because this is something which is state of the art. But I will show you a little bit later on what's that containing. So our company has made a decision that we have two centers of competence. So we have one center of competence, it's Pintsch Bubenzer in Germany itself, where we are producing the drum brakes, the emergency brakes, the motor mountain brakes, and the couplings. And then we have our center of competence in Italy, which is called Rima. And here we are producing our storm brakes, rail brakes, wheel brakes, and hydraulic systems. Just to give you a little bit more clear overview from what kind of products we have. Here you have some images which is containing these kind of brakes. So the disc brakes, we have that running in electric hydraulic systems. We have fully hydraulic systems which we can put in as disc brake. The drum brakes in different kind of models, and motor mountain brake, which we have, is a big market. The couplings, hydraulic systems. And then we have also the wheel brakes and different kind of models, band brakes. Of course, we have the storm brakes, which is mounted on the cranes to hook up the cranes against heavy wind in this situation, to hold the cranes on its position. Also, when they are loading or unloading the cranes. Then we have our monitoring systems on our brakes, so we can monitor each and everything on the brake, like wear, heat, speed, so the complete condition of the brakes itself. Later on, we will present a little bit more about the thrusters. We have the build thrusters, which is a very nice product, but Arno will present this a little bit more in detail. Then we have the rotary actuators, which is being used mainly on spreaders, so the flippers on the side of the spreaders to move them. Then we have the Cobra system that is for a cable reel system to put the cable into the kai itself. And then we have also an hydraulic systems like the trim list and skew systems, which we are supplying to several crane manufacturers around the world. Here you see an overview of how we have been set up as company. The black dots are our own companies, which we have as a sales company, which we have as a service point also. And in Germany and in Italy, it's also our production area where we are producing our brakes in this kind. All the red dots are all our representatives around the world. So that means we have complete network to serve our customers in the highest way, the highest possible thoughts which is demanded from the customer, and that is going in a good way, which we have also as a service support 24/7, where we can do retrofits, where we can do online calls with the technicians, where we can do trainings, inspections, maintenance, advice, and also provide all kinds of information so that the people in the terminal can maintain also our brakes over there if there's something going on. But we are more than prepared to help the customer on site, also with our own people around the world. Then we are coming to our Research and Development Center. Our Research and Development Center is a center which we use, and it's quite huge, which we have to test our brakes in different kind of test modes, different kind of brakes we have. We test also the brake linings to ensure that the brake linings are performing well in a dynamic way, in a static way. So that is something where we are very proud of, and we have the biggest center in Europe, or in Germany at least. So here you see the Dyno Stand. The Dyno Stand is a test bench which we can simulate the speed of the disc. We can simulate the certain kind of moment of inertia on the disc itself. We can break it in a dynamic situation, but we can also test the brakes in a static way by using some hydraulic cylinders to push the disc brake around and to see how the reaction is. So that means each and every brake what we are putting into the market has been tested quite well. So we can also test our brakes in the fog test bench. So that is mainly for the windmill brakes which we have, but that is something which we have also as an opportunity. We can also use our climate chamber test area, but again, the dyno test is one of the things which is very valuable to us, where we are doing our tests at the moment. And just to show you a little bit of idea what we have, I have a small movie just from one test which we are doing, and it's quite impressive. So this is a test what we are doing on our SB28 brake point 3, and here we are seeing from what for kind of test we have done with a certain kind of speed. We can measure the temperature, we can measure the wear, we can measure also the friction coefficients of the brake itself in a dynamic way. So mention this, we are a fully equipped company with the test center which we have, and that our brakes are put on the market in a good way. So Pintsch Bubenzer in this case is a worldwide best product. We have a state-of-the-art R&D center, customer focused, 24/7 service on the best level, and provides you the leading technology for the future. Now we are coming to the next point, and that is the introduction of our view family. And I would like to give the word to Arno in this case.